What's going on, everybody? And welcome to the Boot Breakdown. JB the Sports Guy. We got the one and only Nick Campbell and the voice of this show, the one and only Jordan Taylor. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Pretty good. How y'all making out, gentlemen?
Good.
Hey,
Jordan.
doing really good. Week 0 has finished. It's time to get ready for a big time week 1. There's a showdowns across the state of Louisiana, and I'm excited to talk a little football with you guys on a Sunday afternoon. Welcome to the first ever episode of the Boot Breakdown. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh man, I gotta thank y'all for having me.
Well, this is the way we can bridge the gap from area to area, man, so everybody can know what we all had this way.
Definitely, man. Definitely. JT, you want to start it off, my man?
Hey, first off, let's let everyone that isn't familiar with all three of us, let's introduce ourselves at this time, and we'll start with yourself at the bottom.
Definitely. So I am Jared Boyd. I go by JB the Sports Guy, and I run the Hash It Out show that you all can see on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, starting at 7 o'clock. Usually finish right around 8:30, 8:45. Sometimes I go to 9 o'clock. And I also stream with VK Jones and George Peppers, who are also part of the Hash It Out show. We also stream the Hash It Out show game of the week. We're doing 2 games this season, depending on which day it falls on, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. We're doing 2 games. So that's pretty much it about me. Go ahead, Nick. Pass it to you.
Cool. My name is Randall Campbell. I'm a co-host with Coach Ulysses Fronta, one of our more seasoned sports guys in this River Parish area. Our show been on Facebook Live for the last 7 years, since 2019. We cover out all of the River Parish, some of the Bayou teams that play on the River Parish team, and coaches that's always been familiar with this area. So we on every Thursday for the time being at 11 o'clock in the morning. This is our first time having to do an early show, and it wound up being pretty successful. People watching us on their lunch break.
We're just gonna make sure you get in the screen next time.
You know what? The sad part about it is I was trying to stream live on TikTok and I had a perfect angle. But once we went live, I couldn't stop it. And guess what? We got kicked out by the internet anyway. So I just continue to go on with it, and let it be what it may. But we'll be next this week coming up. We'll be ready. Week 1.
Absolutely. Week 0, get your kinks out and get ready for some high school football. 3 great talk shows that you can watch weekly, ladies and gentlemen. And I think we all 3 go on Wednesday night, right?
Thursday for me.
Okay. 2 Wednesdays and a Thursday. So get your football fix in before you even get to the games on Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Let's see. I know we have a 4th guy that could be joining us from time to time. So don't count out UC 4 faces on a Sunday afternoon. Are we in agreement? We're going to go 6:15 to 7:15, and so everyone can be familiar when they can catch us.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, without a doubt. Pretty much getting us ready for Sunday night football.
I agree with that.
Somebody's having audio issues. Is it me or is it y'all?
It's you. It's a little rough. It's a little sketchy. I mean, we can hear what you're saying, but it's like that crazy little sound.
Well, you take it from here, buddy.
Like when George Pepper's internet starts messing up.
You take.
And Jordan, I want to tell you, man, I love y'all in-house studio. I love it, man. I'm inspiring to be like you guys one day, real soon.
Definitely. When Jordy fixes his technical issues, he'll be right back with us. I've been to that studio, man, Mr. Gary Swallow's Taekwondo school, and how he has everything set up, man. It's pretty neat. Let's see if we can get Jordan back in here. There he is, Jordan.
All right, how's the audio?
Sounds good, brother.
Awesome.
Let's rock and roll then. My name's Jordan Taylor. I represent Under the Lights that you can see on Wednesday nights, 8:30 to 11 p.m. I don't think anyone's talking football that late, so probably the only show on that late. So if you're in for some late night football, you can find us on Wednesday nights. And then Thursdays and Fridays, you can catch us somewhere in the state of Louisiana. We did 28 games a year ago, looking to get 20 plus again this year. Got a big week one. I'm sure we're going to announce where we'll be heading towards the end of this show. So I know there's people watching us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you offer it. JB, you made it happen. So thank you so much for getting everything squared away for week one of the boot breakdown. And we're going to break down today jamboree action and some early thoughts of week one, if that's cool with you guys.
Man,
Awesome.
It's perfect.
First off, jamboree action, where you guys were this past week. Let us know where you were. I'll let you know where I was, and then we can start talking a little high school football. Start with Nick. Where you went? What really caught your eye? Who was the teams playing? All the good deets.
Man, I tell you what, they had like 3 separate jamborees going on at one time. I had Coach Fronta, he was at one. We had 2 other correspondents of mine that loved to do this. They was all over the place giving play by play. We didn't post any video this week. We're gonna start posting video next week. They had a very threat of rain this way through our jamborees, man. And so without a doubt, man, I tell you, we could just start off with the St. James and Hahnville. St. James and Hahnville. Both of those games were at the same place, the Lutcher, Destrehan, St. James and Hahnville. And it was incredible to see those amount of people at that place for a jamboree game. We had some of the more premier teams. You had St. James playing Hahnville, which wind up with a 28-21 St. James win. You had Destrehan and Lutcher, 21-7. I watched Under the Lights, and I watched everybody was talking about Lutcher during the beginning. Lutcher is going to be one of those teams that at the end of the season, they're going to really get hot, but they're trying to find their way around, get them a quarterback. And I mean, when you have somebody like Lunch for 4 years and you finally got him going and you had to split quarterbacks, it's like the Saints right now trying to find out who's going to be their quarterback for the future with the Lutcher Bulldogs. So Destrehan pretty much had their way with them. They ran a lot, and the score don't indicate how good Lutcher defense really is. Destrehan could just score with anybody in the state of Louisiana right now.
JB, you went to a couple jamborees. Talk to me about what really stood out to yourself. I mean, besides the butt kicking you've had to experience. Hey, it's Sundays. It's Sundays. It's unfiltered, baby.
It's all good, baby. It's all good. You got to take it on the chin every now and then,
But I love the way Coach did his. I love the way Coach did his post game interview and said, "Hey, we took this butt kicking a year ago and went on to win the state title." So he's embracing it.
Oh, you got to embrace it, man. Jamborees are there to see what you need to work on, what you need to improve on, and Shaw got a lot of improvement to do. But I'm gonna start off with the Edna Carr Jamboree. Edna Carr took on West Jefferson High School, and me being in media for the first time ever, I got asked to pull out my ID to see if I was really who I am. First time ever. Lady said, I don't know if you're Jared Boyd. Do you have ID? Like, what? This what we going with this now with this media stuff?
She should have asked you if you was. She should have just asked you for the number straight up.
You should have told her. You should have told her, "Ma'am, where's catering?"
Yeah, you're right. So I didn't get crazy or nothing. I just pulled the ID out and gave it to her. But in the car won 28-0. They pulled the starters out in the middle of the first half of the jamboree. John Johnson didn't throw much. They ran the ball a lot with Trey Garrison, so they were able to do that. Defensive stout. I don't think West Jeff got a first down unless it was for a penalty, like a personal foul. So, and the call looked real good. While we wait for Jordan to come back, but Friday I was at the Ed Daniels Classic, and the first game was Brother Martin against John Aaron. Brother Martin won 35-7. But I'm telling y'all, don't let that score sound like John Aaron got whooped, because
Brother Martin ain't good.
Well, I ain't saying that. No, I ain't saying that now. See, Eastern Royal ran the opening kickoff back for a touchdown, and then a bad punt over the head, a bad snap over the punter's head that landed at the 1 yard line, and Brother Martin runs that in. And then the next possession for John Eric, the quarterback fumbles in the end zone. Brother Martin gets a defensive touchdown. Then the next possession, once again, a bad snap over the punter's head at the 1 yard line. Brother Martin runs it in. Then after that, John Eric was stopping Brother Martin defensively. They were stopping him. And then Brother Martin had one drive down the field and they scored. But John Eric did get a pick six. So I'm like, don't let that score make it seem like John Eric got whooped pretty bad. No, they had a lot of mistakes that happened with the special teams, and the quarterback with the fumble. But moving on to Shaw and St. Augustine, and what I've always said about Shaw, and if we bring back Jordan Taylor right quick, there we go.
Just trying to plug in some microphones on this end. Tell me if it works.
I got you. You good, brother. You good. When it comes to Shaw and who did they play? Hold on. St. Augustine. When it comes to them, I've always said for the past couple of years against good teams, Archbishop Shaw had problems stopping the run. And St. Aug ran the opening kickoff back, but then 2 possessions later, St. Augustine ran up the middle on Shaw, down the entire field for a touchdown. Shaw's offense, 9 new starters, they struggled. Had one good little drive, but didn't score. Other than that, Shaw had problems moving the ball, and it's kind of what I expected. I think Shaw will be fine, but they struggled offensively, and that's some things they gotta fix. Defensively, to me, one of the best secondaries in the state, made a lot of mistakes. And you in a cover 3, there's no need for a corner to bite on a double move. And that happened on both sides. So that's his mental. That's his mental, man. And that's some mistakes they gotta correct.
Now, this is a question I got for both of you guys, and we're talking about week 0, and I just was thinking about it. I even talked to Coach Fronta about it. How important to you guys, and how do you feel? I think that might be week 15 total if your team is really that good. Are jamborees starting to fade out because it doesn't have too much value with the running clock or the half periods like this showing? Tell me how y'all feel about that.
Let me go first, JV. Nick, first off, the jamboree that I got to see on Thursday night, one of the teams played their guys for the first half and sat them the rest of the way because they said they have bigger fish to fry starting week 1. There's no reason to go and get someone hurt knowing you're going to have a big-time season. You go and the all-state running back goes and hurt himself in week 0. It could dictate your season. I also seen things where I didn't even see guys start games, but they sprinkled them in throughout the game. So I did see where you said that week 0 is starting to become a more of a let's get some film on some other guys. Let's work on some special teams. Let's get out of there healthy, because a lot of teams are trying to worry about what's around the corner, which is week 1. And I saw it firsthand. Thursday and Friday night, where a team sat their starters in the second half and a team didn't even start their starters in the first quarter.
I'll go next. I think it's good to see where your team is heading into week 1, so you can correct the mistakes that you saw. But at the same time, when I was at the Edna Carr West Jeff scrimmage, Edna Carr didn't play some of their starters also, which I understood. And somebody said, why? And I was like, well, don't they do that in NFL for preseason games? Their starters, they don't play them? He said, yeah. I said, well, here we are. Here we are. So I get it. I get it because, one play, something can happen. A friend of mine's son from last season, in the scrimmage, the first play towards ACL. I mean, it can happen at any time, but I understand, like, hey, you're not gonna play, you're not gonna play, you're not gonna play. You're not even gonna dress out. Y'all gonna play week 1. So I get it, and I saw it firsthand.
Yeah.
and I just
Do your normal routine though. Dress them out, go through pregame, and then hey, find you a headset. Come stand next to me.
Oh yeah, and that's what we're getting at nowadays because that's something that's going to have to grab a lot of people's attention. Week 1, I'm just saying, for example, Dutcher Hand opening up with Calica BR. Tough game, really tough game. Could move a little PowerPoint needle a little bit also. Just using that for example, and I just wanted to hear other people's thoughts about it because that's some of the things that Coach Front and I we talk about when the camera is off. And I like other people would like to know because when we talk about knowledge as sports people, we want to give this information to parents that say, "Oh, my kid didn't play in a jamboree." Yep.
All right, I got some questions for you guys if you want to dive into some of these answers.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
First off, and we're not going to be based around the southeast parts of Louisiana. We're going to try to touch on the entire state because it is the boot breakdown, correct?
That's right.
Yeah. Yes.
So first off, which team really caught your eye that made your eyebrows stand up after you seen some of these scores this past week? We'll start with JB. Which team really caught your eye that really made your eyebrows stand up?
I'm going to tell you which team caught my eye, but it's not going to be what y'all really think.
Okay.
When I saw the Willow School defeated Haynes in the Jamboree, my eyebrows really went up high. We talk about a Haynes team that's bringing back 17 starters. We talk about a Haynes team that went not 14-0, 9-0, 10-0, went undefeated last year, and they got Coach PJ Sprung. So that kind of opened my eyes because the Willow not even playing in the district that they in. They ain't playing the district teams, and not even playing in for playoffs. Mm-hmm. So that kind of my eyebrows was raising on that. Like, did Haynes really get beat, or did a lot of starters not play that game? I don't know, but that score, and we're talking double digits. They lost by double digits. That had me like I am now, as you can see, because I did not expect the Willow to defeat Haynes Academy in a jamboree. Not at all. That had my eyebrows raising.
Nick, we go
last year.
Nick, we go to you, my man.
Last year I talked to JB and VK, and it was an inside joke we had. And it was about the Mandeville Skippers, right? You remember that, JB?
Yeah.
I said, Mandeville didn't beat nobody in a very long time. And if they get to a certain spot, they're going to lose anyway. So I was pretty much impressed. And I really think that it can be Mandeville Skippers' year this year from everything that we saw they've been putting together for the last couple of years. So that's a surprising team to me that everybody going to have to be looking out in 5A.
I tell you Nick, what, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting. I think it was a shutout over Franklinton from Mandeville.
Yeah, man. JB, I saw that score and it really raised eyebrows. And then I seen some Franklinton people say they got inside the 10-yard line twice and didn't score. So Mandeville, that defense may have something for some teams this year, Nick.
Yeah, and they're gonna come our way.
All right, I got one for y'all, guys. Which team really made my eyebrows stand up? And me and JB talked about this over the weekend. I'm going to go a little bit away from you guys. I'm going to Baton Rouge. Mm-hmm. I'm going with Bruley. Bruley 27-7 win over Parkview Baptist. And when you saw the highlights of that game, Brutally Panthers looked dang good. That team really made my eyebrows stand up. And I said, okay, we ain't talked about them in the offseason. Well, you better start talking about them now.
Yeah, totally agree. Like you said, the highlights, and I'm just sitting there like, I never saw this type of team from Bruley when it comes to football. I mean, the basketball team is pretty great, but football, never saw this, man. And man, it's a Parkview Baptist team that's also coming back in the playoffs. But that was a dominating performance for the Bruley Panthers. I was very shocked when I saw that also.
Yeah, for sure.
I wonder why not Bruley. They got a nice facility. They got everything in position to win. The community supports them, man. I just don't understand. And for the love of money, and I know you guys, I rarely get to Bruley, but for the last 2 years, I've been spending like 2 or 3 days in that area. Why not the Bruley Panthers? Why cannot they be the team to represent for a state championship? It's a beautiful school back there.
It looks like they could take a step this year into the right direction to make a quarterfinal push. So we'll have to see.
Agreed.
Hey, question for you guys. Which jamboree gave you that factor where you wish you could have seen 2 more quarters of action, where you wish they would have played during the regular season? Which jamboree really had that factor? JB?
I would say, in my opinion, I would say the jamboree at Chalmette.
Okay.
Because Holy Cross and Bell Chase played a good one. And then Chalmette and South Plaquemines came down to the wire. So that's the
20-12
one.
ball game.
Yes, that's the one I would go with. To me, I've told people I think Holy Cross will be a better team this year. Bell Chase is always a pretty good team. We know with South Plaquemines is bringing back a lot of great athletes. And then Chalmette was a quarterfinal team last year and looking to go further this year. And for South Plaquemines, who beat Chalmette last year in the Jamboree, to once again go toe-to-toe with them the entire game, that's the Jamboree I'm going to go with.
Yeah, Chalmette got an asterisk with the quarterfinal positioning also.
Oh, there you go, man. There you go, man. Don't do that to him. Come on, man.
They did beat Turnbone, but I don't think they beat us. So, look, just to be honest.
Same question.
Yes.
Same question
Riverside and Episcopal. That was a game, and a lot of people, when I was seeing that Jamboree was lined up for Episcopal and Riverside, I said to myself, I hadn't, Coach and I hadn't exchanged text messages in a while. But I did tell him, I said, look, that was a formidable opponent in Episcopal. Episcopal going to turn a lot of people heads this year. And I think in a regular season, if that would have been a fully scheduled game, man, it would have been exchanging blows with Riverside. But the score didn't indicate how good the game was. And the St. James and the Honda game, you look to see if they would have had a quarter or two, or if they would have been playing a full-fledged game, how the score would have ended up. It was already a physical game by both parts.
I was narrowed down to 3 here, and I know I have to pick one, right? I can't just pull out my VK card and just start picking games, right? I have to pick one here. And I can go Lake Charles, I can go Baton Rouge, I can go North Louisiana with here.
Excite us.
I think I'm gonna go Baton Rouge.
Okay.
I think the 14-6 Jamboree win, Catholic of Baton Rouge and Madison Prep, I would love to see for 4 quarters.
Oh yeah.
You think?
That's the one I would like to see for 4 quarters. And if I had to sprinkle in another one, I know you saw that big win for Jennings over Sam Houston in Lake Charles in that Jamboree. So Jennings, Sam Houston, I would like to see also. So I'm bending the rules here on a Sunday.
It's all right. It's all right.
No, this is what it's all about.
That's it. Yeah. We can bend.
Because they got people that want to know, and the best thing that we can do is provide this information to them. Man, look, the season gonna be all right before you know it. Thursday night, St. Charles Catholic playing Newman. Thursday night, so we gotta realistically say all of these games, even building up to the hype where they're at right now, man, week one, I'm excited for fellas.
I got a bigger week one game for you on a Thursday night than that one.
Give it to me.
You sure you're ready for it? You want to wait till the end of the show?
I say wait.
You can handle it.
I say wait.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you, Nick. I want to get you excited for football. Evangel at Neville, week one on a Thursday.
Ooh, now listen. That's why they call it break down the boot. Because we gotta know what's going on further out. And I'm gonna tell you something. It's not the booty Evangels, but I think they're very equipped to make a real strong postseason run.
Evangel just beat West Monroe in the Jamboree, and they said that Pop Houston's even better this year than he was a year ago.
Oh yeah, I know he is. I already know he is.
That's gonna be a banger. Some of these Jamboree scores, I want to make sure we get to them, and I want to hear your initial thoughts as I read off some of these scores. So we'll go back and forth for you guys. I'll read out some of these scores. You give me your initial thoughts from these Jamborees. Cool?
Cool.
Awesome.
All right. We start with a district matchup that you're going to see down the road. It could come down to the district championship, and you saw it in the Jamboree. Ruston edges Neville 13-10. Talk to me about that one, JB.
Well, when those two teams play, it's always a tough matchup between each other. Two great teams, two good coaches, and Coach McCarthy and Coach Ball. And I believe it will come down between those two for the district championship once again this year. They get a taste of each other when they play in the Jamboree every year. It's kind of strange seeing some of these teams do that, but it is what it is. But I'm not surprised by the score. It could have been 13-10 Neville. It's 13-10 Ruston. Not surprised by the score, but that's two of the best ball clubs in the state of Louisiana. And we'll see what happens when they play, I want to say week 7. They play each other week 7. So we'll see what happens in week 7 once again they play. But yeah, that's two good teams going at it, man. Early, getting a taste of each other, and they'll go at it again come week 7.
You remember when Neville went on the road and knocked off Ruston last year? This year they go to Neville. Tigers are going to be tough.
Tigers will be tough. Man. They feel, that they should have been in the dome last season.
There he is. Nick, we're on Ruston, Neville, 13-10, an early district preview of these teams in the Jamboree. Your thoughts on this matchup, knowing we get it again in week 7?
Yeah, man, Ruston. We looked at the Ruston Neville matchup coming in the Jamboree, man. I tell you what, whoever put that together, they must have had a cross rivalry thing going and said, I bet you $1 that we can beat you at this point of the season, then match down the line and beat you in the district championship like a gentleman's bet. But man, I tell you, it's going to be kind of hard to go against the Neville Tigers this year.
I'm going to stay on a trend here, and I'm going to go with future district matchups down the road that met in the Jamboree. Okay. How about this score? Calvary Baptist knocks off Union Parish 27-6. Heard the score and said, wow. I heard some of the reactions. They said a couple touchdowns called back from Union Parish, but that is still a lopsided score. Your thoughts as Calvary Baptist moves into a new era with a new quarterback, and they're still putting up big numbers.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that score from Calvary Baptist. I was expecting a closer game, especially when you lose Wardell, the quarterback, and you lose James Simon at running back. I was not expecting that at all, just a closer game. So when I heard that score, I was in shock a little bit, didn't expect it. But it goes to show you how well prepared they were for Union Parish, and the coaching staff did a great job getting the team prepared. And to me, that may be a statement win. I know it's just Jamboree, but when you lose the players that you lost from the team last year, that could be a statement win and letting everybody here in the state of Louisiana know that Calvary Baptist is still here and we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, man. Shots fired, man. Look, in that district is gonna always be that four-headed monster with Union Parish, Sterlington, St. James, and we got to realize one thing for sure: Calvary Baptist wanted that opponent, and they wanted to make a statement with that game. So they came out there they put the state on notice by trying to put that score on Union Parish like that.
Here's another one for you. And it's not district related, but everyone thought that this one could be a big time matchup in the Jamboree. You got state champion versus state runner up. So anytime those two are in the same conversation, it makes for early fireworks to start the season. The game did not live up to the hype, guys. So that goes to tell me something here. Everyone had question marks about Alexandria's offense. They said the defense is locked and loaded, ready to go. Everyone was questioning the offense. Well, they put up 30 big ones and a half of football over a state championship Sterlington Ball Club. 30-7, Alexandria Trojans look primed to make another run. Your thoughts?
Oh, I'm not going to base it off this game yet. If they can make another run to the dome, I'm not. Sterlington's a great team, but Alexandria is a team probably with some bigger players, more depth than Sterlington. Most people would say Alexandria was supposed to do this to Sterlington. Okay. So I'm not going base judgment off of this game because we know Sterlington more than likely will have a deep playoff run. We know that.
Yep.
I want to see Alexandria when they play Destrehan week 3 or week 4. I want to see them against other 5A teams. Yeah. And then I will say something different by Alexandria, either if, okay, hey, they for real, or hey, I can see them getting better and better. They're not at where they were last year yet, but they're improving. I can make a better judgment, but I'm not going to judge Alexandria off the game against Sterlington.
Nick, the questions were how good will the offensive be because of what they lost? And they put up 30 in a Jamboree. You don't see many 30 points in the entire state of Louisiana for Jamborees. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it could be fool's gold. It could be fool's gold, running clock. When you look at somebody like Sterlington, if you pretty much get a lead on them, that's been the formula of beating them. They're old school running game team. You got several things as a Jamboree is bad factors. Running clock for once the scores is way out of control. But I mean, Alexandria lost their big time quarterback this year, and it's them. They're gonna play a schedule, man, and we're gonna really see who they are by the time they play Destrehan.
Yep, they get West Feliciana out the gate, so we'll find out. We'll find out real quick about Alexandria. If they steamroll Westphal at home, they're just tuning up the band for a big week 3 matchup.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, in Destrehan.
They got to come down.
Fellas, let's stick with Jamboree action. And we talked about 30 being a big number, right?
That's right.
Yes.
Well, 40's even bigger. All right. The story of the offseason has been one of the best coaching staffs has been formed. Well, you got one of the better coaches in the state of Louisiana putting his name up there because he done brought 3 different teams to a state title game, and he looks primed to go back-to-back. Your thoughts? Central Baton Rouge 40, East Ascension 6. That's a lopsided Jamboree, but it shows you Central Baton Rouge is loaded. East Ascension, it doesn't get any easier. Brother Morton comes into town next week.
Hey, well, Coach Semino, in year 2 was last year, and he got to the state championship. And I think when we left the Dome, Jordan, we were saying that team might be back next year. And the amount of talent he has on that team, even a couple transfers, I just don't see a team that could beat them in the playoffs in Division non-select, Division One non-select. That's one of the best teams in the state. Period.
Now,
And East Ascension, of course, Brock Mathern, he's still getting things done. Brought in some new coaches. They're going to be fine eventually. They're going to be a team we talk about down the line. But Central right now, that's I would love to see them against that in the car. That's I'm just gonna put it like that to you guys. That's a matchup I would love to see. But Central is legit, and you might see them in that dome again. I just think you will. It's just legit.
well, JB, about 2 years ago, I did an interview with Coach Seminole after they played East St. John, right? And it was an aura about what Coach Seminole was bringing with his team. And he's like one of those guys, and he's allowing his team to show how hard they work. They came in the stadium with just they travel shirts on, and they was ready to play. And that's old school football. And I think we gotten away from that in the state, not taking nothing away from East Ascension. East Ascension going to be really good this year. But Central, man, I tell you, Central, they took the blueprint from the old 90s of the Broadmoors and the Hahnville teams, big offensive line, big defensive line, run the ball, and just bully you. So that's not surprising to me.
Okay. Next jamboree I got for you, we go to North Louisiana. You guys talked about it on your show Wednesday. I talked about it on my show Wednesday. And the score, it was 27-20. Okay? 5A versus 3A, Ouachita Parish versus the Gina Giants. The question I present to you is, Gina had a lead at halftime on Ouachita. Gina's playing the Big 5A program, and they're holding their own. We have both put Gina in the semifinals this year, JB.
That's
Talk
right.
to me about if you see a performance like this against a proven 5A program, does that not want to make you say, okay, they deserve to be in the same conversation as the Sterlington, the Union Parish, the St. James, the Oak Grove? They deserve to be in that same conversation where they could make their way to the Dome because of what they're showing here in week 0?
I would say yes, most definitely. Ouachita 5A school might have a little bit more talent than Gina, maybe. But when you up at halftime over a team like that, knowing you're a 3A school, and people know that you guys have been to the semifinals the past 2 seasons, I think it says a lot. I think it says a lot for your team. And a lot of people still not talking about the Gina Giants as if they, are a fluke or something. And I just don't get it. You get to the semifinals 2 straight years, you legit. And then your team was young last year. You're bringing back everybody pretty much from last season.
You got 20 of 22 starters coming back.
20 or 22 starters. There you go.
And you got 2,000-yard rushers coming back.
That says enough right there. And look, I got them going to the semis. So do you, like you just said. That is a good statement, even though they didn't win the jamboree. But I think it's a good statement that everybody sees that, whoa, Gina was up on Ouachita? Yeah, the Gina Giants are for real, definitely.
JB was funny because on y'all show, you and I think VK both had the identical call with the Gina Giants, and I comment and I said Gina Giants to the championship. I think it's their time. I think some of the things that's unseen that we don't get a chance to see, but the Gina Giants is their year. I think it's his opportunity for them to find a way, get a game at home in the semifinals, and punch their ticket to the Superdome, or go on a short trip and punch their ticket to the Superdome for them. But I like the Gina Giants this year.
Yeah, me too.
Is it too early to press the panic button, which I think it is, but it does raise a concern when you don't see many points scored. So you had a trend going. You've seen a lot of points the last 3 games we broke down, and now you go to a game where it's 6-0. Jamborees can be that situation where we wasn't there, so we don't know who played. We don't know what happened, what occurred. But when you see a team in Southside beat a team in Northside 6-0, does it raise a level of concern? Are you not worried about it? Do you push on and say they're going to be fine? They still can go win the district. They still can go put themselves in the quarterfinal, semifinal contention. Your feelings here for this Jamboree score?
I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned. It's like I said, you're trying to see where you can improve at. You know, where are the mistakes that were made. So you're trying to improve on that from the Jamboree. I'm not concerned. Southside 6-0 over Northside. No, I'm not concerned about that at all.
Well, let's flip the question real quick.
Okay.
Do you think to yourself, okay, Northside might have something on defense this year that could give teams problems?
I was about to say that. I was really about to say that because Northside, I think they were an improved team from last season. So I'm really want to see what they are like this season in that district with the St. Thomas More, Turtles Catholic, and the Westgate and the North Vermilion. So I really want to see. But yeah, I was getting to that next. What if, this was just a good defensive battle? What if it was? And Northside was able to hold their own against Southside or to hold them to 6 points the entire Jamboree. So I'm just saying that could be a good possibility that Northside defense was just that good.
Okay. Nick, your
Man, I
thoughts
tell you,
of this?
6-0. That's some of the old classical football that you would love to see for Jamboree, especially because most coaches are trying to feel each other out, and we got to understand how they got the 6 points. Whether it was 2 field goals, whether it was a block, extra point, or if a punt was muffed and he got the ball at the 1 yard line. So a lot of Jamborees historically used to be short-lived. 6-0, 8-6 type of games, So I'm glad that both teams they both got something out of the deal. They both saw how good their defense really can be.
Okay. Let's stay in Lafayette area real quick before we move on to another part of the state of Louisiana.
Cool.
Concerns for the offense post Diesel Solari with the Cecilia Bulldogs, or do you just give credit to how good St. Thomas More will be this season? 24-7 final score, St. Thomas More over Cecilia. The question is, post Diesel Solari, are you worried about the offense, or is it just St. Thomas More, all 3 phases? It's just going to be that good this year?
Can I say both? Say both?
Whatever you got,
Yes.
sir.
I'm going to say both. I think St. Thomas More with Cole Bergeron back, they're going to be good. They're going to be good again. Coach, what's my friend name? What is my friend name?
Hightower?
Yes, Coach Hightower. Coach Hightower had these boys ready to play every season. Every season. We talk about a quarterfinal team last year in their first year in Division I Select. Had Edna Carr 14-0. So they're going to be good every year. We know that. Now, Cecilia, I've had question marks since Coach Gaines departed to go to East Ascension.
Okay.
I've had question marks. Solari is gone. He was the playmaker for them. So quarterback play is the question. You got a big-time receiver in Calais, big-time receiver. But the quarterback is the question I have, and they got to develop chemistry within each other. Him throwing the ball to Calais or any other receivers that they have. The chemistry has to be developed. And then you got a brand new coaching staff. So I'm not sure. You might know, Jordan, if it was an assistant coach who got promoted to head coach.
The offensive coordinator got promoted.
Okay, offensive coordinator got promoted. There you have it. All right. So you got a brand new quarterback. It may take time for the offense to gel. And I don't know how many other starters they lost, but it may make time. It may take time for them to gel and get things going right now. But that's where I'm at with it. Diesel Solari was your playmaker. He can get outside the pocket, make a play happen. He can escape a tackle, look down the field, throw the ball. It could be for a touchdown. So just give it some time right now, and let's see what happens. We've got a brand new quarterback. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah. Anytime you lose an incredible high school quarterback like Jesus Salar, man, I tell you, sometimes we gotta just showcase what good high school football is, man. I firsthand watch him take Lutcher to out there to the woodshed myself, and I was shocked at somebody that's that big in stature was quarterbacking like the way he did, man. So Cecilia gonna have a lot of growing pains early. This will be a prime time that they get Lutcher again this year, and I put everything I own on Lutcher this year. So they're gonna have their growing pains for right now, But I
They're gonna
mean,
get y'all again.
yeah, we understand the process, especially with a new coach.
Okay. Here's where I want to go with this next one. When you talk about scrimmage, you talk about jamboree, and you talk about the way they have played the last 2 weeks, it should give you a clear idea that this next team that I bring up is going to be something to deal with this year. And I'll see if y'all agree with me.
Okay.
Okay. Scrimmage, they beat Zachary. Jamboree, they beat Walker. Why are we not talking about Denham Springs going into the regular season? Your thoughts?
We're not talking about them because we saw this a couple of years ago where they got to the quarterfinals, and the next season it just been boom, and we were shocked because we were talking about them. Like everybody was talking about Denham Springs after that great playoff run, that great year they had, and everybody we talking about them, and all of a sudden we like, oh, man, what happened? What happened? We didn't expect it. So I like it.
We are again.
Yeah, don't talk about them. I like it. Let them keep creeping up. Look, Coach Brad Beard and his staff, that's a great coaching staff. Don't get me wrong. I like that coaching staff. But then I really think, this team has a great shot to be great this year to where we will start talking about them. But they're probably like, hey, let's just stay under the radar.
Leave us alone.
Keep playing our brand of football, and let's just let it work for us as we go week to week to week. So, yeah, I kind of like it. And then we start seeing them stack those wins up. Now we're going to be like, yo, what's Denham Springs? Yo, y'all see this? Y'all see Denham Springs? But, yeah, I think that's the reason why, because, everybody got on the hype train after that season that they had, and things didn't go their way. But this can be a great year for the Denham Springs Yellow Jackets.
Okay.
I'm kind of total opposite, man. It's too much to pull from this group. It's like going to a De La Soul concert. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get hyped up and all the people that's involved, and when you get there, they don't play the songs that you want to hear. So until they really show that, I'm gonna just take my time and watch these Denham Spring guys fight through the losing their talent to all these surrounding schools. And probably great Coach Baird, he coaches them really well.
Yeah.
But it's about the taking away, and it's not adding to. So hopefully Denham Springs can put it together and really have an incredible year, make a deeper run in the playoffs, and surprise a lot of people.
There we go. Let's go to the A-Meat Warriors. A-Meat they shut out Southern Lab 12-0 in their jamboree. Correct me if I'm wrong, a young group that got to the second round of the playoffs last year, coming back with a loaded squad full of veteran players. A-Meat looks promised to make a run to get back to where they're comfortable with being. And Southern Lab feel like they're going to be just fine, knowing that they play in Division 4. Your thoughts of both of these teams after you've seen this jamboree play out, but A-Meat looks like we could see another Warrior run.
And look, good matchup for both of those teams to play each other. These are two good teams that usually make deep runs. A-Meat got the upper hand this game, 12-0. Yeah, a younger team last year that got to the second round, and I believe that was a game you did, Jordan, under the lights. They
Yeah.
lost to
Bunky.
what's Vermilion
To
Catholic, I
Bunky.
believe.
Bunky.
Bunky. Yeah, they lost to Bunky. So this is an experienced squad. A lot of veterans returning on this team, and yeah, don't be surprised if they makes a deep run, gets to the dome. Don't be surprised. As far as Southern Lab, yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Trust me, Southern Lab will be fine. To me, a 12-0 game against an elite squad is really good for them. It'll make them better. You'll see Southern Lab down the line.
Yeah, I put JB on notice in May when Amy came down to West St. John, and I said, JB, West St. John is going to be good, and Amy going to the dome this year. As far as Southern Lab goes, Southern Lab's they're gonna be Southern Lab. They might be one of those 5-5 teams that make a serious run deep into the playoffs. They don't concern me right now, but the second part of Southern Lab season, watch what I tell you. They're going to be in the thick of everything.
Let me say this right quick before Jordan says his next question. A meet hosts Franklinton week 1. Mm-hmm. If a meet wins that game, watch out.
Hard to win at a meet though.
That's right.
Everybody gonna be on the fence.
You're right. Everybody on the fence watching. Yep.
A 2-part question here. Same district. Okay, follow me here.
Okay.
2 teams that played their jamborees, opposite jamborees, not the same location. So follow me here. When everyone is already given LCA the district title and most are putting them in a state title, I pose the question to you. Lafayette Renaissance goes and blows out Central Catholic 32-6, mm-hmm. and Notre Dame falls to 5A Karen Crow 28-26. Are you in that point of view now where you're saying Lafayette Renaissance Notre Dame ain't just going to give this district away, knowing that you've seen what they did here in week 0?
I've been there.
You look at Notre Dame and you lose by 2 in a shootout to a 5A, and right. Lafayette Renaissance year 2, you know what's coming there.
Oh yeah, I've been felt that way, even though I have LCA in the Superdome, but I felt that a Louis Cook team at Notre Dame can challenge anyone in that district and even that Division III select. Also, Lafayette Renaissance, we've talked about it, saying give them a couple years and they won't get that ship sailing down the sea because they're gonna be good. So with the 2 teams that they played and hanging in there with those teams, and Lafayette Renaissance defeating Central Catholic by the score.
That was your sleeper.
That you just say it.
That was your sleeper.
Yeah, they're gonna give those 2 teams gonna give Lafayette Christian a run for their money.
Nick, your thoughts of LCA is gonna be really good, but Lafayette Renaissance and Notre Dame have impressive jamboree games where they're not just gonna hand it over.
Yeah, you can tell they got a lot of fight left into them, man. I tell you, Lafayette Renaissance is not a secret anymore. They're not a secret anymore. They coach. He got ties to Lafayette Christian, and they're trying to bring it. They're trying to bring. I think they're trying to reap the harvest that they lost at LC and move forward, man. The Lafayette area by itself, man, is an incredible place to play high school football. Now, especially for the last 5 or 10 years, we've been having a state representative in 2 different classifications every year.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about both teams in that jamboree. And look, the sky's the limit for this Lafayette area. My kids wind up playing championship 2 years back to back against Lafayette teams. And it didn't end up on a great note. I can tell you that.
The 337, baby. Let's go to New Orleans. I want to know your thoughts of St. Aug against Shaw, and I want to know your thoughts against Rummel against St. Paul's. I'm
going to take JB first.
Those 2 games right there St. Aug 28-7 over Shaw. Rummel 7-0 over St. Paul's. St. Aug, a lot of people think that they are semifinal or even better good this year. And Rummel, 7-0 victory, good defensive war right there with those two teams in the jamboree. We start with JB. Your thoughts of the two matchups and your area?
Well, two good matchups between four good teams, man, and that's the type of teams that wants to play each other and to see where they need to improve at. And I know I've said that a lot, but I'm gonna go to St. Aug against Shaw, and I know I said this earlier. I've seen St. Aug twice now, the scrimmage against Destrehan and against Shaw, and they're a great team. But Archbishop Shaw made a lot of mistakes defensively. Like I said, one long touchdown pass, you're in cover three. There's no need to try to jump on a double move. You just got to play your side. That's a mistake. Like I always said about Shaw for the past couple of years, when they play good teams, they have had trouble stopping the run. And St. Aug was able to run up the middle on them. So that's things that need to get fixed. But St. Aug, you got a good O-line. You got a good, smart quarterback, Michon Coulon. You got two wide receivers who's got offers from many schools. Both of them got offers from LSU, and they both just juniors. And so that's hard to stop those guys. You got a good defense in St. Aug, led by Chad Jones and Ty Dominique, Darren Coates, Tyrone Matthew. Yes, he is related to Tyron Matthew. Yes, those type of guys right there. So St. Aug is loaded across the board, and I got them going to the semis. They're just that good, and even come next year they'll be better. Going to Rummel and St. Paul's, the score didn't shock me. Rummel lost a bunch of seniors, so the score didn't shock me that Rummel won 7-0. Usually I would think Rummel will win more, but you can't count out a Kenny Sears team in St. Paul's. That's a good, disciplined football team year in and year out. So they're going to play very sound football. So a 7-0 ball game between Rummel and St. Paul's, that's pretty good on the St. Paul side, in my opinion. To me, I think Rummel got some things to work on, because usually Rummel is a more talented team than St. Paul. So that tells me something about maybe St. Paul having a good defense. Just wasn't able to move the ball maybe on Rummel, but that's my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go back to just start off with Rummel, man. I think in this Catholic League, the way Rummel been going back and forth, I think they're primed to make a good playoff push. The talent didn't line up, the stars are lining up. They always say once a Raider, always a Raider. The Raiders have new kids coming in. They had some kids grow up on the job. So not slighting St. Paul. Rummel is one of those teams that's trying to stay healthy to start their regular season, and that's going to be important because that Catholic League is very brutal. So that's going to lead me into talking about St. Aug. I was at the Carr St. Aug game with y'all last year, JB, and I didn't hear you guys, and I'm not trying to stroke VK. I think this is the first time St. Aug can get to the championship, but I don't see him winning it.
Okay.
I don't see him winning it. St. Aug is prime for a deep
Castle de
playoff
Baton Rouge is gonna
run
win.
this year with championship aspirations.
You heard that, huh, JB?
I heard you, brother.
I'm the only one picking them in the state of Louisiana.
Yeah. And look, don't get me wrong, nothing against Shaw. I watched Shaw closely two years in a row.
Speak your mind. It's Sunday. It's all on the table. Speak your mind.
Yeah, and look, nothing wrong. Can
Right.
Shaw get back? Yes, they can. But it's going to take a lot of team effort when you lose some of the dynamic players that Shaw have eventually lost. So each week you're going to see Shaw with a momentum builder. And I think the St. Charles Catholic game going to make a big difference in this year. Or the St. James game going to really tell where Shaw going to be for the rest of their whole season.
I agree.
Fellas, we got to roll with these questions so we can end at a decent time here, and we'll be better moving forward. I'm going to give you the rest of these scores that I have real quick. West St. John all over Port Allen 26-0. I guess I better start believing y'all guys, right?
That's right.
Let's see. Opelousas takes down Northwest 14-7. Northwest rested their starters in the second half. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right. Turlings over St. Martinville 21-3. Rebels are going to be something to deal with this year. Keep an eye out on them this year. Jennings over Sam Houston, big time win for the Bulldogs over the 5A Broncos. I remember on the Wednesday night show, y'all were talking about Sam Houston could be a threat to go make a run. Well, here we are getting upset in week 0.
Yeah.
St. James over Hahnville 28-21. What is it, third time, 4 times a charm could it be this year?
Yeah, definitely. Third time the charm for St. James, yeah.
Salmon beats Covington 14-10. I wanted to get to that matchup. Running out of time. Quick thoughts on that one.
I think both teams will be improved this year. I really think so. I think both teams will be improved, and you're going to see a lot of good things from them.
Oh, yeah, I feel the same way, man. Look, I'm just excited that football is back and everybody's talking. High school football is back. So I'm just excited just as well as everybody else. And you know how this party ends at the ground floor of the Superdome. I wasn't there last year, but I hope to be there again this year.
There you go.
So you just make sure you're on time for the picture. You and VK show up at the same time. We're gonna all take a group photo.
All right, fellas. I love this,
at
man.
the 50. Hey, real quick, I ain't done yet. I got some more for you. Brother Martin all over John Eric 35-7. Wassman, the John Darius, I can't say his name, but his era has begun at Wassman over rival Carroll 22-15. West Feliciana all over Kentwood 33-12. That is a look at some of the Jamboree scores. ULab beat Dunham 27-12. Good matchup there on Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
Destrehan over Lutcher 21-7. And Oak Grove, looks like there's no drop-off from Jackson Bradley. 14-6 over 4A West Ouachita. All right. Let's look at week 1, some of these matchups, and give me your quick thoughts on some of these matchups, okay? Just give me a word, give me a quick little sentence of what really stands out to you. I wrote down some of these matchups that really stand out to me, and we'll see what you guys got, okay?
All right.
And if Nick's gone, then we just got you.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Opelousas at Turlings.
Oh, Turlings.
2 new head coaches.
Yeah, but I'll take Turlings. In that.
We don't have to pick no picks.
Oh, no picks?
No picks. Just give me your thoughts. 2 new head coaches are going to meet in week 1.
All right. No picks. Well, I think we're going to see.
Save your picks for Wednesday.
Yeah, there we go. We're going to see who will be more physical. A physical ball game between 2 tough teams, as we know in Turlings and Opelousas. But the question to me is, can Opelousas stop the running game? I mean, Turlings stop the running game for Opelousas, and can Opelousas stop Turlings' passing game? Whoever does that can be successful.
Yep, not much depth this year for Opelousas.
Right.
Bastrop at Wassman. Someone's sleeper was Bastrop this year, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sure it was.
Give me your thoughts of Bastrop at Wassman. Good one to start the year.
New coaching staff for Wassman, so I'd like to see what they can do. But Bastrop, playoff team last year, and now they're looking to improve. So I want to see if this Bastrop team can become what Bastrop was back in 2005, 6, 7, those 3 state championships. I want to see if they can get close to that and bringing back that magic that they once had.
Where's Nick?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Call VK. Tell him hop in. Newman at St. Charles. Week 1.
Yeah. So I want to see the offense with St. Charles Catholic. I want to see if it's improved from last year. And if that offense is improved, then watch out. Newman, new coaching staff. Coach Weiss he came from university. So I want to see what type of offense he brings. and if he can keep this Newmanship rolling. But I want to see how that goes in this first game, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Evangel at Neville.
Look,
That can go in two directions.
I think
we
it
could be in
can
for
go.
a track meet, or we could be for a defensive slugfest.
Yeah, I think it can go either way. Because Evangel's going to be a much better team. My question always with Evangel is the depth that they have playing 5A football. They don't have a lot of players, and I think that is one of the things that holds them back. We know what Neville brings. We know the physicality they're going to play with, hard-nosed, smash-mouth football with Neville. So if Evangel can make plays happen, especially with Peyton Houston, then this can be very, very interesting.
Wednesday night, I picked Plaquemine to win the state title.
Yes,
they
you
got
did.
a date. They got a date with the Broncos. Plaquemine at Zachary, week 1. Big one.
Tell you what, this is my thoughts on it. If Plaquemine can get their running game going against Zachary, because they got some good running backs. They lost a good one last year, but they got some good running backs. If they can get the running game going, then you may see an upset in the making that game. You may, but we'll see. But they got to get their running game going.
Okay. What else I got for you? Notre Dame Southside. That's going to be something fun.
Yeah. We got some what option veer offenses going against each other. A lot of running the game. Not a lot of running game, I should say. So it's who's ever that game will be one of the trenches. Who's ever line.
You talking about trench for sure.
Yes. Who's ever line, offensive line, defensive line can take control. That's who's gonna win. There you go.
The battle in the trenches.
That's it.
Shaw, Edna Carr. Early thoughts.
Yeah.
Pass.
No, I'm not gonna pass. I'm just gonna say good test for Shaw. And
it won't hurt you.
No, it ain't gonna hurt you. Just go out there, play hard, do your best. Leave it at that.
PowerPoints.
That's it.
How about Captain Shreve and Ouachita Parish?
Oh man, well, I'll say this. I think that's a good matchup. Captain Shreve, if they can play defense, get some stops, then things can go in their favor. Ouachita has to stop their passing game. And if they can stop their passing game, things may go in their favor. So I think that's a good matchup for both teams.
And you think to yourself how crucial week 1 is for both of these teams, knowing they need to get off to a good start with the districts they play in.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Definitely. I mean, you want to get off to a good start. It's very important. And when you play in a game like this, you want to get off to a good start and make a statement. Brother
Morton at East Ascension.
Yeah.
Brother Morton coming off of a big win. East Ascension coming off of a big loss. What's got to happen here?
There's Nick. Here he comes. Welcome back,
Man,
Nick.
a power failure, bro. I apologize.
Power failure.
Let me start first. Because
Brother Morton East Ascension is where we're at, Nick. Week 1.
Go ahead, Nick.
Big game, big matchup, man. Again, I think I'm gonna go with the Rumble Raiders. I like what the Raiders is starting to do.
No, Brother Morton against East Ascension. That's where we at.
And no game picks. We're just giving our thoughts on the matchup.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What Brother Martin have to offer, I think they're gonna be right in the cusp in the mix of everything. Let's see if the jamboree any indication at what they're gonna display for the rest of the season.
JB.
My thoughts is on that game. I think Brother Martin, they have Eastern Royal, we all know that, but they have two other good receivers in Rex LeBlanc and Rowan Lipscomb. Will East Ascension be able to neutralize, I'm not gonna say stop, but neutralize, contain these guys for 4 quarters so they can have a shot? So that's my thoughts about it. Can East Ascension neutralize that offense?
Somebody get Alston Tyler a link and get him in the chat. Hey, how about the big one in Baton Rouge? Destrehan at Catholic of Baton Rouge. The big one. We'll see what happens, but it's gonna be a lot of eyeballs on that one.
So I'll go. To me, it's Destrehan's defense. I want to see have they improved from the scrimmage against St. Augustine, because St. Augustine had their way with Destrehan. So I want to see if Coach Scott has got that defense better from that scrimmage. That's the thing. If it hasn't improved a little bit, Catholic will have their way with Destrehan.
Well, looking at the Destrehan Wildcats, before anybody actually played the game, they had a lot of noise coming out that Destrehan can be playing for a state championship. But Coach Scott going to have these guys, no matter what the record is, playing a week to week to really ground them on where they need to be. On defense, they back end of the defense is going to be their strong suit. You saw Marcus Scott's son had an interception. He was a freshman coming in playing some mop up, but I think Catholic can really make a statement on who they are playing a perennial power like Destrehan early on in the season.
Yeah.
North Louisiana, we got North DeSoto at Union Parish. Week 1 fireworks.
Yeah, week 1 fireworks. Can Union Parish once again neutralize that explosive offense?
Yeah, you look at how they fared in the jamboree. So here comes another passing attack coming into town.
Exactly. Can they neutralize that passing attack from North DeSoto, and the other way around? Can North DeSoto take advantage of opportunities that they may be given playing on Union Parish?
Well, I think will Union Parish still have that hangover from St. James? We all know that this is done year to really make a statement, get back to the state championship. You got a prime candidate at quarterback that's gonna took his years to develop, and I think this is his year to really blossom. But I think I like the way Jordy you put it. It will be some fireworks because Friday night I want to see a 56-50 game.
Well, Coach Spat, he's not gonna have his guys not ready to play after week 0.
That's right.
They're going to be ready to run through a brick wall come week 1 because that's not up to their standards of how they performed in the jamboree.
Yep.
How about another big one in North Louisiana, guys? Calvary Baptist at Oak Grove. Nick, I can't even see you,
for that one, boy.
Nick, I can't even see you, but I can hear you.
Look, I'm pulling a move from JB counterpart. Hide my face, but listen, I'm grunting because have Oak Grove arrive? Have Oak Grove arrive? And I think they jump up in classification. And they got their big boy gloves on early.
Oak Grove and who again?
Calvary Baptist.
Calvary Baptist.
Both of them looked really good in the jamboree.
Yeah, man. I really think you're gonna have this. Could it be a shootout? I don't know, but I think it'll be a high scoring game.
And it's playing at Oak Grove.
Ooh, man. Okay, well. Let me say this: a game in the 20s. Close matchup between good two ball clubs. I think it's gonna be a good one.
Okay, I got another good one for you, but this time we go to the Baton Rouge for week 1. Madison Prep. Correction, it's not in Baton Rouge. Madison Prep at Dutchtown.
Oh, okay. They're going to Gonzales.
Gonzales, yes.
Okay. I'm going to say this. The speed is going to be a factor. Will Dutchtown be able to hang around with the speed that Madison Prep has?
Madison Prep's huge up front too, aren't they?
Yeah. Yes.
My goodness.
Yes, they are. I got to see him last year. Twice. when they played St. Aug in the spring, and then when they played Shaw in the semis, and I was like, did I see two different teams, or I wasn't paying attention because the O line was big. So yeah, their O line is huge. They got some size.
JB, I saw their highlights against Catholic of Baton Rouge, and it might be even bigger this year.
They might be.
Jesus, but Dutchtown, a couple years ago, semifinal appearance, trying to get back to where they were, knocking on the doorsteps. It's a big week one. It's a big week one, Nick.
I wouldn't be surprised for upset taking Dutchtown. Dutchtown have some speed also. Last year was a down year for them. I don't see what a lot of people see as far as size that Madison Prep have. They're intimidating by size and speed, but I think a good old fashioned football coach gonna take his time and dissect the game, and I think Dutchtown got the coaching staff to do it.
Okay,
I like that. I like Dutchtown.
Who needs this game more in week one? Is it Franklinton or is it a meet?
Who needs it more?
Franklinton.
Yes.
Franklinton.
Whose projection after week one needs a big win more?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Franklinton. I'm gonna go with Franklinton.
Yeah.
I think they lose to a meet that can hurt PowerPoints wise. In my opinion, I don't think it'll hurt a meet if they lose to Franklinton. But yeah, I'm gonna go Franklinton as well.
You like this matchup though, don't you?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Love it.
Nick, any thoughts on this one? This is gonna be a banger, isn't it?
Well, I tell you what, the Warriors. The Warriors, man. I don't know if what they said, the slipper fits, and I think this year the slipper should be fitting for the A-Meet Warriors, man. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough game, and this is what Friday Night Football is all about. People going to be ready, standing on the fence. Going to get probably one of the best high school games of this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have another game that people are going to start talking about. It could be the best high school game in the state of Louisiana. Here you go. Ruston at Acadiana. Big boy football. Here we go.
Big boy
Wrecking
football.
Rams.
Wrecking Rams. Yeah. Big boy football. Yes, and I think it's in Acadiana this year.
In Acadiana.
Okay. Big boy football. I heard people said brand new coach at Acadiana and might not be. Hey, well, guess what? Y'all know who the coach is. Okay. I can't think of his name, but his daddy is the one that started that offense at Acadiana, and the tradition just kept going and never changed the offense.
Coach Dotson.
What'd you say?
Coach Dotson.
Coach Dotson. So yes.
His daddy's name is on the stadium.
Yes, it is. You all right, brother. So now this is gonna be a good one. Oh man. Hey, I'm gonna go low scoring game, close game. Be my thoughts, but it's gonna be a hard fought game between two good teams. Good test for one another moving forward in the season.
Well, the Rams, they like to stomp on you when they have the opportunity.
Veer to veer.
I think, with that veer, man, I think Ruston, I'm sorry to say it, I think they're still going to be punch drunk from the Superdome.
Oh,
so
man.
I don't know, man. They just had a good showing against Neville in the Jam.
Yeah, but this one for all the marbles now, and it is another great game again. Another great game. It got to be in the state of Louisiana on Friday night when you get Ruston versus Acadiana week one.
Okay.
Couldn't ask for nothing better.
How about the debut of a brand new coaching staff? Coach Jimmy Zachary, debut at Liberty Magnet. Welcome in Southern Lab. Talk to me about this matchup.
Hey,
you better stop the run.
Yeah, that's all. You got Southern Lab got to be able to stop that run against Liberty. And I saw a highlight of Liberty somewhere, and probably social media. And I'm like, okay, they got some size on that old line. They got some size. Okay.
They went play West Monroe in the scrimmage.
Okay, good. So, Southern Lab got to be able to stop the run because Coach Zachary loves to run the ball. So if they have, if they are successful in doing that, they got a chance. But those are my thoughts because Liberty's a 5A football team. Southern Lab is 1A or 2A. So they got to be able to stop that run.
But
Classic, classic matchup.
what would that do for a Liberty Magnet team if they know they can go have a good week one under brand new head coach Jimmy Zachary that expects for them to have a great season?
His self-esteem and confidence will rise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we haven't really talked about Liberty in football. We talk about them in basketball, definitely. But as far as football, we really haven't said anything. So Coach Zachary's back in the Baton Rouge area, wants to change his program around, and they can start off 1-0. That's going to have that's going to be a big confident booster for that team, and the self-esteem will also rise. Also, they got to, and they'll believe in themselves even more.
Yeah.
It seemed like Liberty was the perfect fit for Coach. And moving forward, man, as a high school coach, selecting your team, and they want you and you want them. So I don't expect Liberty to do nothing but come out and run the football. Just be that aggressor like they're supposed to be. And it's gonna be quite challenging for Liberty at first because they got to understand the new concept of the new coach. But in the meantime, if they can get this first game week one, I think it's a momentum builder for the rest of the season.
Got a big one in Lake Charles, ladies and gentlemen. Westgate at Lake Charles College Prep. You talking about gonna be some athletes on the field and two well-coached football teams going at it.
Yeah,
Where they're playing, I think they're playing at Welsh High School in week one because Lake Charles College Prep does not have a stadium. It's getting renovated. So keep that in mind. Not a true home game. It will be neutral site.
yeah, that's crazy because somebody had told me they were supposed to have that stadium finished in time for week one, but things happen. And the crazy thing is, Coach Ryan Antoine and Coach Eric Franklin played together at Louisiana Tech. They were both defensive backs, so this is a game that's going to happen every year as long as they're coaching. But Lake Charles College Prep was young last year and gave John F. Kennedy everything they could handle, and we know Westgate just been plagued with injuries the past 2 years. So we know Coach Antoine wants his team to stay healthy. He's got a talented bunch, but he got a new quarterback. Lake Charles College Prep's bringing back everybody. So we just going to see which team can take advantage of other teams making mistakes and who can win the line of scrimmage. That's what it's going to take. But I think those who will attend this game, I think they're in for a good ball game.
Classic ball game. We've been waiting for Westgate for the last 2 years. Like JB said, with the injuries, man, their fan base been waiting, So we expect good things from Westgate this year.
Yeah.
The big one in Lafayette, you have Acadiana Ruston, but then you got another one right down the road. Archbishop Rummel at Lafayette Christian Academy. Knight Stadium. It's going to be a sight to see come Friday night. Talk to me about this one and what do you expect to occur? Last year, real quick. Last year, 7-point game at the Superdome.
Yeah, 7-point game at the Superdome. That was unexpected. But I go back to Rummel last year and Shaw last year, just being able to run the ball on Lafayette Christian. Lafayette Christian got to be able to stop the run. That's just pretty much it. If they can stop the run, then they're talented enough on the offensive side of the ball to get things done. But they have to be able to stop the Rummel's running game. That's the thing. They can't stop Rummel's running game. Rummel's going to run the ball a lot, and they're going to win this game.
Yeah, Coach Monica, he's a product of his father. He's gonna do what he's supposed to do is run the football, play good defense, run the football, play good defense. Last year was 7 points, but I think Rummel's trying to get it going real early, and they're gonna try to make a statement throughout the state. So remember when we talking about this next week, I said how Rummel gonna really try to have their way with Lafayette Christian.
And when we come back next Sunday, I'm going to look at you and say, man, the Knights really put on a show.
Oh, that would be a good thing.
State we are, huh?
That's right.
Yeah.
You forget what areas of the state we are.
Oh, we got it. It's tragic because Coach Monica's on my Facebook page. If I don't say nothing about the Raiders like that, he gonna probably hit me in the inbox.
One more in Lafayette. One more in the Lafayette area before I move on. Karen Krogh has a date with St. Thomas More. Talk to me about the points you expect to see that night.
I expect to see a lot of points from St. Thomas More.
Especially if they wear the platinum helmets, you know.
Chrome.
when they wear the chrome helmets, man, is an intimidating factor. They come in to score points, and I mean, guess what? I think they looking forward to this game coming up. It's gonna be a shootout, and that's what they like.
Here's two teams I know nothing about. Riverdale at Patrick Taylor. Talk to me.
Ooh.
This may be the best Riverdale team ever.
Okay.
They have a lot of talent. Byron Perrier running back, Torrance Signal at wide receiver. I don't know his last name, but his first name is Sayor. And he transferred from Bonneville. He's at Riverdale now, and he's a really good wide receiver. They got talent on defense. Riverdale is a good talented team. Patrick Taylor, they have Jeremy Gibson. They have they got the Logan at running back also. And then you got Big Jackson Norwood, defensive tackle, 6'3", 270 at defensive tackle. But it's going to be hard for Patrick Taylor to stop the running game and the passing game of Riverdale. It's going to be hard. But if they can do it, that they got a great shot. They got a great shot. If they can use Jeremy Gibson's speed on offense, use them like an Alvin Kamara type way of Christian McCaffrey, and then they are successful, they'll have a shot against Riverdale.
Yeah, perfect storm for Riverdale, man. I think they finally got it right with the coaching staff. Then they got some players that they can put on display, man. I've been hearing a lot of publications talk about Riverdale. I know JB and VK now was expressing Riverdale. Riverdale going like for the last 3 or 4 years, even in the midst of these coaching changes, had talent. So I think this time they got it together and they're primed to make a deep playoff run this year.
Okay. Should this next game be in one of my tops for the week one, or correct me if I'm wrong that it should not be on the list because I'm not too familiar with one, but I know one's going to be really good. Holy Cross at E.D. White. Keep it or take it out.
You can keep it. You can keep it.
Talk to me then. Talk to me.
It was a close game last year. Close game last year that Holy Cross won. Very close. So you can keep it. Holy Cross, brand new quarterback. His name is Jacoby. His last name I cannot remember. I apologize. First year starter and already committed to Southeastern. Holy Cross also has a good running back in Corinne Johnson. So that's their main two keys offensively. E.D. White, bringing back a lot of players from last season. They're going to run their offense, that very awesome offense that they run. But yeah, that's a game I keep on there because if E.D. White beats Holy Cross, big time power points, man. You get what? 10, you get 3A school, 10, and you beat them, total of 14. There you go.
Yeah, it's I keep it because this is gonna be the lesser of two evils with this game. The game will be over by 9 o'clock. I can guarantee it.
Yeah,
I can guarantee it. And River, you can't underestimate how E.D. Wright, and I watched him so many different times, how they study their opponent, and having an opponent like Holy Cross, man, they're not gonna let Holy Cross do what they want to do early. So Holy Cross is gonna have to find out to do what they can do to get some scores early on to take over the game from E.D. White. Great selection.
Got a rematch of round 2 from last year, Laurelville, ERAF, another date.
Ooh. Coach Porter talk about ERAT a lot. And I'm not, being from that area, seeing ERAT, I think they gonna be pretty. It's a tough out. It's gonna be
Got
a tough out.
95 on the roster for a 3A program.
Oh,
It's gonna be a tough out.
it's hey, this is coming down to the last drive. This is coming down to the last drive.
Got us another 7-point game.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
or less.
Real quick. Iowa at Jennings. How fun does that sound?
It sounds great. It sounds great. Jennings taking a quick little drive down
Nope.
I-10.
It's Jennings. At Jennings.
Okay, well, I always taking a quick little drive down I-10. But hey, that's a good matchup between two good teams. You know, Iowa got to the semis last year, lost to Franklinton. I think Jennings got to the quarters last year. So this is a good matchup between two good ball clubs, and we'll see who comes out on top. But I like that matchup a lot.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one to keep an eye out on.
A prime matchup for the start. Very good matchup.
Yes, for sure. I got one more for you.
Okay.
One more. And then I'm gonna let you guys fill me in if I left off any that y'all think is worthy of big week 1 matchups.
Okay.
When you look at two teams that played in the semifinals a year ago, they meet in week 1. Do you feel that if Mangum keeps this game close, that Mangum could go on and take that extra step to get to state? Or do you think if Gina goes and dominates this game, that just really proves your point that they're gonna go make a push for the dome again? Gina at Mangum here in week 1, 2 semifinals teams a year ago.
I kind of agree with what you said. If Mangum's able to keep it close, they can make a run to the dome. I agree with that. And Gina,
I guess I should have reworded it, JB. If Mangum keeps this one close, then you know what type of team they have. If Gina goes and blows them out, then you know what type of team they have. So that's how I should have worked.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mangum keeps it close. You know what they got. And it's pretty much what we expect, to be honest with you. And Gina, if they happen to blow them out, then they're definitely for real. If not, I think they'll still be okay. That's my thoughts.
I tell you what, Gina could make all of us say, hey, man, they were right about us. Because I'm more than sure they got a fan base that looks at Jordan Show and they hear JB all the time. So I'm all in for the Giants. I think Mangum is getting close, but I think Gina sends out the first warning shot to the state of Louisiana Friday night.
Okay. We'll wait for Jordan to come back. And I think he said, what will be some other games that we didn't talk about that's happening on week 1? And I'm trying to remember.
Riverside Terrebonne.
Oh, Riverside Terrebonne. There you go. Yeah. River Paris, man. Thank you, bro. Riverside Terrebonne.
Riverside Terrebonne. Last year was the weather played a big factor in that game last year.
Yeah.
But, when you're looking at how Coach Roussel is, and I'm going to say this on live syndication, Riverside has so much potential. I think they are almost dome ready. So week to week, we're going to see how far Riverside can progress, barring injury. Riverside, they got a moving piece at wide receiver, so they can spread the ball with anybody. They can spread the ball and throw it with anybody. So don't be shocked at that game. And you know what Terrebonne possess?
Do I know? Oh, you know I know. One of the best offensive lines in the entire state of Louisiana. They got 3 offensive linemen who are going to play Division I football. One going to North Texas, one going to Louisiana Tech. The other is going to Southern University. So we know they're going to be running the ball with Alvin Celestine and Quincy Adams, can run the ball a lot. And
yes,
see, you know more about it, but my question is, Nick, will they be able to, in the trenches, will Riverside's defensive line be able to make plays, make stops?
I'm going to make you laugh.
With that O-line that they have.
Riverside had an 8th grader 2 years ago, which is a sophomore right now, nose tackle. he's going to be the difference maker, barring, he don't get chopped. So you're going to see a good high school football game on Friday night. That's the game I'm contemplating on going to quench my thirst. I know East St. John is playing St. James. I know Hornville is playing McMahon. St. Charles is playing Newman. West St. John got a young audience. So, just realistically, now we got Jordan back. Realistically, that's a good game that people need to circle on their calendar.
There you go. You good, Jordan?
JB, you can hear me?
I can hear you. You got a little static with you, though. That's the only thing. Now he's going to come back. All right.
Look, viewers, you're right. Week 1, we're going to knock out all the bugs. We will get to where we need to be.
Yes. We're going to knock out all the bugs. We definitely will. We talk about, I just saw it, and you just said it, too. West St. John and young audiences. I think that's another one. And down here in New Orleans, a lot of people are talking about young audiences this season. And young audience wasn't talked about last year, but they did get an upset victory over West St. John.
Won't happen this year.
It won't happen this year. That's what you're saying. All right. But a lot of
won't
people,
happen this year.
They talking about young audiences being a better team and getting to the playoffs. Like there's some talk around here. And I'm kind of like, okay, I need to try to get out there and try to see young audiences myself to see what this hype and what this talk is all about. So that's a matchup that kind of intrigues me, Nick.
Yeah, it's going to be worthwhile seeing. And look, I'm going to say this because I know you haven't heard this in this part of the neck of the woods, man. When West St. John is doing really well, they'll say, now we are rolling.
Yeah.
That's coming back because they're going to start with week 1 with young audience, knowing that the Railroad Classic is the next week. Yeah. So they can't jump off 0-2.
No, they cannot. They cannot. And I hope they don't because week 2, I'm broadcasting that game with West St. John and St. James. All right. Go ahead.
Week two, I want to send Shanae. Can she be a correspondent? Can y'all give us some airtime in the booth?
See what I can do, but I can use Shanae to be that sideline reporter. Just call my phone and I put the phone to the mic and she can say what she see, what she heard from a coach or whatever, man. Do that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
We'll talk, definitely. All right, so Jordan Taylor's phone dial, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up right quick. What I want to say first is this. So, I have a show Tuesday and Wednesday. Nick has his show Thursday at 11 o'clock. Jordan got his show Wednesday at 8:30. So everybody that's watching on Jordan's Under the Lights Facebook page or Under the Lights YouTube page, you're watching on Nick Campbell's Facebook page, you're watching on my Facebook page and my YouTube page and even my Twitter page. Look, we want each and every one of y'all to subscribe and follow us on all our pages. You're getting a lot of good high school football information with us. So we want you all to do that. This show is not able to be here without the three of us just having to be talking one day. And it wasn't me. I think it was Nick just saying, hey, let's start this show. Let's bridge this gap across the state. Give everybody something to listen to about the entire state. So I'm thankful to be a part of this. And I know Nick is too. What you got to say, Nick?
Man, look, this is incredible, man. And big shout out to Devin Stein, man, because Devin is one that really, he's instrumental. He's our biggest fan. He's your biggest fan, and he loves Jordy. His association with this, he cannot be unnoticed, man. Because sometimes as fans, you learn so much from fans what everybody else want. Yeah. What they want. Somebody said, man, don't change like this. I said, I can't change like that, but I always want to get better. We always want to improve our content for the state of Louisiana and these kids.
That's right. Devin Staub is the fourth guy that Jordan Taylor was talking about. he's gonna be able to make it with us for some shows. Other than that, he's I always say this. He's lost that seat somewhere in a big old ship or something.
Well, I appreciate you, JB, and we'll be ready for next week.
Definitely, man. Definitely. As we go, I got 2 videos to play for you all, and it's what the Hash It Out Show games of the week that we have this Friday, not Friday, we don't have a Friday game, this Thursday and Saturday, and also what Jordan Taylor and Under the Lights are broadcasting, the Under the Lights games of the week. So we're going to play these videos for Jordan Taylor, for Nick Campbell. I'm JB, the sports guy. Thank you all for tuning in to the first episode of the Boot Breakdown. The Boot Breakdown will be back next Sunday at 6:15. Other than that, catch the Hash It Out Show Tuesday and Wednesday at 7 o'clock. We're going to have some special guests, and we're going to pick games on Wednesday. And right after the Hash It Out Show, like I said, I'm trying to finish at 8:30 on Wednesday. You can go catch Under the Lights on the Under the Lights Facebook page at 8:30. And on Thursday, 11 o'clock in the morning on his Facebook page, you can catch Nick Campbell and Coach Ulysses Fronta. But we thank you all for joining us today on the first episode of the Boot Breakdown. And also, look, we got Lil Lions. I think I got an idea of who Lil Lions is. We got Lil Lions. But look, we thank each and every one of y'all here. And interact with us in the chat, people. You can ask us questions. Go right ahead. We will be happy to answer as many questions as we can. So we want that.
Yes.
And we want that interaction. But that's going to be it. 2 videos I'm about to play for y'all so y'all can see the Hash It Out Show games of the week, which teams we have, and the Under the Lights games of the week. You can see which teams they have. We thank y'all so much. Y'all take care.
Amen.